What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the RabidMining YouTube channel. And tomorrow is the date that the ROBSTEN merge will happen. Now, it could be, maybe delayed a day or something. We're not really sure. But as a GPU miner, this is a big deal. So this will give us a timeline depending on, the success of this merge test on the testnet here, or the failure will determine if we do see a delay or not in the difficulty bomb. The Ethereum difficulty bomb previously went off in around April, sometime around in this area right here. Now, fast forward to today, we're sitting at around 14.6 seconds of a block time when we're usually around that 13-second mark. It does take a couple months to start feeling the effects. And in the past, it has gone off before. Back here in December of 2019, we were at 17 seconds. Back in February of 2019, we're at 20 seconds. And back in October of 2017, we actually hit 30-second block times. So usually we find about 4 blocks a minute at 15 seconds, and 30 seconds, you would only be finding 2 blocks per minute. So what does that mean for the chain itself? So transactions, profitability for miners, everything around 30-second mark would be split by 50% of what we're currently seeing right now. Now, based on the current timeline of the difficulty bomb, we're expecting to hit the 25 to 30 second block time range around August to September, which is the time frame that they are expecting to drop the merge on mainnet, which would become the end of proof of work and GPU mining. But first, it does have to undergo 3 test nets in order to achieve this goal to make sure there are no bugs. And ROBSTEN is the first of these test nets. Here's a little bit about the upgrade itself. So the timing. The merge is a 2-step process. It starts with a network upgrade on the consensus layer triggered by a slot height. This is followed by the execution layer's transition from proof of work to proof of stake triggered by a specific total difficulty threshold called the terminal total difficulty, or TTD. On June 2nd, 2022 at slot 24,000, the Bellatrix upgrade will prepare the ROBSTEN beacon chain for the merge. At that point, CL clients will begin listening for a TTD value to be hit on the proof of work chain. Because the hash rate of proof of work testnets is very volatile, the TTD value will first be set to an exceedingly high value. That number there is absolutely huge, so you can see what the number is. At ROBSTEN's current hash rate, it would take 250 years to reach it. Once the Bellatrix upgrade has happened on the beacon chain, a new TTD value, which is expected to be reached a few days later, will be chosen and announced. Users then need to configure their node with this new value. Instructions for doing so with each client are available here. When this new TTD is hit or exceeded on ROBSTEN, the execution layer part of the transition codename Paris. So some of you guys may be confused with Paris. That's pretty much your GPU miners and your proof of work side on this ROBSTEN testnet. That's what Paris is. And it will begin to start. Again, note that hash rate on ROBSTEN notoriously variable, so the actual time at which the terminal total difficulty takes place may fluctuate. Once the execution layer has exceeded the TTD, the next block will be slowly produced by a beacon chain validator. We consider the merge to have been completed once the beacon chain has finalized this block. Assuming normal network conditions, this should happen 2 epochs, or approximately 13 minutes after the first post TTD block is hit. So what does this mean? The total TTD is pretty much a massive high difficulty on the proof of work GPU mining side of this. And once it hits that, all the hash rate in the world can be mining this, but it is next to impossible for them to actually hit a block. There is still a slight, 0.1% chance, but it's next to impossible to validate any block at that point because that difficulty is so high. At this point, POS takes over and starts validating all the blocks, and now we have Ethereum in a POS situation. So that's just a basic explanation on what is happening on ROBSTEN. So they're going to drop that TTT value. All the numbers and everything is in place. June 7th, which is, like I said, tomorrow, the beacon chain is supposed to start validating. The merge should be taking place and validating that block. Now, if it does everything it's supposed to, ROBSTEN will be a success and they'll just move on to the next test net and see if it works again over there. And then they're going to move to the third, and then sometime around October? I guess August or September is when they're going to do it to actual mainnet, which would be the end of all our GPU mining for Ethereum. Now, if something does fail and it's something pretty bad or something that they need more time to work on this to get to the next test nets and everything, then they're going to have another dev call. They will have that dev call whether this works or it doesn't work, but they're going to have a dev call, and this is going to give us the information as us as miners are really going to want to pay attention to. If something failed and went bad during this testnet merge on ROBSTEN, then they will look into needing more time, and that will determine if they're going to actually delay the difficulty bomb. If they're still not going to delay the difficulty bomb after ROBSTEN, then that means everything pretty much went as they expected everything to go, and they'll just move on to the next testnet and then give us more updates from there. So again, ROBSTEN happening tomorrow is very important. We're all going to want to keep our eyes on it to see if anything fails or if this does successfully go through. So if something does go wrong here and they do have to delay this difficulty bomb, how long are they going to delay it, and what is the timeline on that? So basing everything off their previous all cores dev call, it does sound like they'll extend it about 2 months. Now, this does not mean, in a week from now when they give us the update and it's going to be 2 months from there and then it goes off again. It's going to be going off again from the previous 2 months earlier. So we did see that it did go off around April here. So it'll be going off again sometime middle or end of June. So they're pretty much going to have it go off in about a week or two. And then it's just going to be another 2 months down the road until we get to the point where we are today and slowly start feeling them effects again. So there we have it, guys. So there are quite a few out there that's kind of confused on how this whole process works and how it's going to work and timelines and everything. So hopefully this video did kind of give you a little bit of insight into that. And if you still have more questions, join the Discord, links in the description, or just ask me in the comments. I do go through every comment and I do read every single one and try to even respond to every single one, but I do at least read every single thing out there. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Again, ask any question. I'm here to help you out. And if I miss something, I will try to do an updated video later once I do hear about the results of this ROBSTEN test merge. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out. Thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't seen one of these, be sure to check them out. And if you already seen them, maybe you missed some, might have to watch it one more time. And if you just let it play in the background, that's all right as well. I do try to live stream every weekend as well as every couple days during the week, so be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss that. As always, have a great day.